We're here at Kinetic to celebrate the release of the second edition of This Concerns You in 2018. The event is exploring some of the key themes from the magazine, which is all about creativity. The first episode was about creativity as a whole, and this issue is all about creativity in the real world. So the This Concerns You event's been going on for some time, and it's exciting to see them grow. This year we have a great mix of media owners, lots of clients, and loads of our agency partners and suppliers together in one room to celebrate the creativity and the potential of out of home. I'm Roche Singh, head of Kinetic Active and Kinetic X here at Kinetic. After a short intro by Stuart Taylor, our chief exec, I'll be kicking things off looking at the creative possibilities of out of home and advertising in the real world. Next up we have Anne Wixley, Executive Creative Director at Wavemaker. She's really the creative driving force behind the agency and a true champion of creativity in out of home.
9 practical tips to help you get to better creative work in out of home. Really understand the location. Don't pitch it if you can't make it. Don't overuse tech, and I think you should always be polite. Read the tech specs, there are often gems in there. Have one key message. PR is important, so plan for it, and be blunt with it. Final question to ask yourself is, can only out of home do this?
Our very own Jenny Roper, Head of Insight, and Dr. Alistair Good, who are going to be looking at the mere exposure effect, so how many times we should see a creative for it to have the most impact, going through an amazing VR methodology that they use to get the results from this campaign. Following that, we have a panel session hosted by Steve Payne, our Director of Marketing and Insights, exploring the theme of just because we can, does that mean we should? How best we can use technology and data in the modern marketing mix.
So is the out-of-home creative technology thing the thing that caused the impact, or was it just a way to create a good film that people will watch? So I think that's ultimately where we end up having to balance.
As the keynote for This Concerns You 2018, Rory Sutherland, Vice Chairman of Ogilvy, explaining the Joni Mitchell theory, or why we undervalue traditional media.
The real world's a really powerful place for brands to be seen, partly because it's real. Now that sounds really trivial, okay. But what we've got to remember is that we understand a great deal about efficiency in marketing, and we're obsessed with it. But efficiency often comes at the expense of trust. And making a promise in a public place carries a far greater weight when you're making a promise to a large group of people simultaneously and indiscriminately than it does when you make a promise door to door, one person at a time. And I think consumers instinctively know the difference. That's what really matters.
And that concludes This Concerns You for 2018, probably our best event yet. Some amazing speakers, some great and inspiring topics. Thank you to all our speakers and all our attendees, and hopefully we come away really excited and galvanised about the future of out of home.